one I would like to take for today, starting actually with is the minister. A man has actually called out the Minister of Works over poor condition of damaged bridge and roads. Now, a Nigerian man has called out the Works Minister over the poor condition of the damaged bridge and roads along the Lagos Benin Expressway. He stated this after several trailers and vehicles remained on standstill over a bad portion of the road. Now, there is a video, so we have to watch that video. That will come back and, of course, analyze this video. Stay with us.
So this video, currently I'm standing on Benin Lagos Expressway, and where we are now is Isoko Camp. This is a bridge, a very short bridge, and this message is to the Minister of Works, Dave Umahiya, the one that is building a road from Lagos Calabar Highway, the road to nowhere. This place is currently shut down. This truck fell here and there's no way. Look at this place. Vehicles are blocked. Look this way. They look at everywhere. Pack up. Now come see. Come this side. You dey see river. You dey see a river. Bridge, oh, bridge, oh. Come see this one. Come see the other side. You dey see am? You dey show abi? This na expressway where we get minister. This is the kind of road, Lagos Benin Expressway. Yet our minister dey do Lagos, where they call it, Calabar Highway, abi. The road to nonsense. This is what we have. Do you know how many people they pass here? As I'm speaking to you now, if you look up, trailer, goods. If you know the number of trailer where they here now trap, which means the economy of Nigeria is affected. Because the number of goods and services that they have been shut down. You check this way. This side now, it reach 1,000. This one, it passed 1,000. Everywhere don't they shut down. The economy of Nigeria is standstill. Now, Lagos Calabar Highway, as they never finish and now they never do it. Nothing is shut down. There's nothing on standstill, may you understand. But this road now, as it breaks down, everywhere is on standstill. So this vehicle just they come now. You see this thing by mistake. See, come. You dey see am? So this vehicle is even lucky. Is they lucky say it not even fall inside the water? And we have a Minister of Works wasting money saying Calabar Expressway.
Back, well, I could see that he kept pointing out that it feels like it's a waste of time, focusing on the Calabar Expressway while we have the Lagos Benin Expressway being, damaged to that point that is causing a lot of traffic. And we know what it is having to be on an expressway. There could be kidnapping, insecurity in the state, and a whole lot of things. And he said a trailer would have even, probably fallen into a ditch or something if they had not cited that. So it's more like a no-go zone area for trailers, basically. But Femi Chacha, what are your reactions to this? Do you actually think, because that is a federal road, we all know that, so what could be the reason why this road is this damaged and yet it has not been attended to?
Thank you for having me once again, and I need to give a shout out to my brother Comrade. I didn't know he's going to be the second guest, so I would have probably offered a shout out when I was introduced. But thanks for the brotherliness, and quite long I saw you too. Back to the matter. Sincerely speaking, we have a very poor maintenance culture in Nigeria, and it does not have to do with only government. It has to do with even individuals. Look through streets. See how people dump things in the gutters, and then they end up blaming government when there's flooding. We have a very wrong maintenance culture, and then just like government must take the blame, I also feel that people must take the blame. Now, I I'm more scientific, and I looked at the videos. You understand that that's vandalism. It was vandalized. If it were a natural occurrence, it would be cracking, not a certain area being opened, right? It will be cracking because it's a bridge. Obviously, several work was put into the concrete and stuff, but you will see that they actually broke into that place to probably remove the metals. I want to thank my friend Tokunbo Wahab for what he's actually doing in Lagos as regards vandalism. You will see quite a lot of in K2 that mesh stuff that was done for barricade. You see that in midnight people go there to actually, but Lagos is now installing cameras. So cameras help them to be able to track some of these things. They may not be able to, but ask few questions. The next day you find out that these people are picked up. So we must as a people join hands together to ensure that some of these government infrastructure are in place and are well managed. That's number one. Number two, however, I also think the government must come up with a very brilliant maintenance culture. I see what Third Maryland Bridge, we see cameras right now. In fact, some of us didn't know as of 2 weeks ago that there are speed limits for certain areas.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, funny enough, the speed limit varies. So some of us just had it in mind as 60, but I just found out 2 weeks ago that it's actually 40 on certain areas. And like, so if we're doing that in Lagos, we should extend some of those security architecture to other areas, especially when there are federal roads, federal bridges. However, it does not stop. It's not just the responsibility of government alone. Look at the standstill the man was complaining about, that trailers are unable to move. It's going to lead to economic downturn. So I'm appealing to Nigerians that while we can blame government on the other side for not doing their roles, we ourselves should also sit up and ensure advocacy, ensure that you stand for what is right, just like this man has done. What he has done is right. Making it go viral will bring the attention of the minister to that road, and I know that it will be fixed, but it does not mean vandals will not go back there to destroy it because they want to sell metals. So, but I'm looking at an holistic solution. Like I was discussing with Tokunbo Wahab, I said it's not enough to arrest vandals. Make them lead you to those who buy those things from them. See, it's a demand and supply thing. If there's no demand, there won't be supply.
True.
So it's not enough to just get people, arrest them, get them into community services for probably a week to cut grass. They will still go back there because there's a demand for that. So make them lead you to those that are buying those things from them. Pick those people up, find them heavily, broadcast it and say so people were arrested, convicted for buying all of these scrap items. When we begin to shame those who buy, then by virtue of law of demand and supply, the supply will go down because they are picking up those that are demanding for it. So I think that's just where the balance comes from.
Okay, thank you very much. I totally agree. Vandalism is what is taking place there, and that's what is making the road very bad for road users to ply. Anyways, comrade, can we have comrade react to this video? My angle I want to take it from is, do you share the same thoughts as Femi Chacha, or you have something entirely different from his own line of thought?
Well, thank you very much. Yes, I really the man that raised that social media outburst. That is what we call citizen journalism. It is acceptable in modern democracy. Citizen journalism is acceptable in modern democracy. Citizens have the right to hold leadership responsible. You see, the works minister represent the federal government, responsible for trunk A roads. That is our federal highways, so to say. So why are budgets allocated, but the roads remain bad? Is it an issue of funding, corruption, mismanagement, or lack of political will, to do the right thing? To be sincere, in the area of roads construction, engineer, His Excellency Dave Umahi, to me, has performed below average. I don't know why the president is still retaining him as the Minister of Works. Just recently, when you pass through the coastal line route from Lagos to Calabar, the coastal line road that is being, constructed presently with humongous amount of money running to trillions of naira. Can you see how those roads, there's a lot of, the road is caving, and somebody raised, the issue about the deplorable state of that road that has not yet been commissioned. But one thing about David Umahi, he will always come to defend what is not. Did you get it? So when you look at Lagos or Benin Expressway, this road has been, in that bad state, since a very long time, and people have been crying. Nigeria have been, running in pain towards that road. About some months past, I passed through that road. There is a serious gridlock within the Shagamu, to Peru Remo, houses of that road. You have to go and navigate through Illusion Remo, that is Babcock University, to come out at the major road. The Shagamu area is no go area, not to talk of the Ore and the Benin, end of the road. So it is high time that the government must, look away from paying lip services to some of our roads within, our intrastate roads and some other roads, especially the federal government. State governments are trying, like the Lagos state government, Femi just mentioned. They are really trying. Even Lagos state government are going ahead, putting some federal roads into a very good state, to put them in the right, this thing. The federal government is not doing fine. I don't know. I know Mr. President would have been giving humongous attention, to that sector, to that ministry. But maybe the minister, is not really getting it. Maybe, typically, maybe age is on his side. Because we need a very young, look at Fashola that was even holding about, 3 to 4 ministries at that time. He still did his best during the Muhammadu Buhari's regime. But this man is only giving, the minister of the road and everything. He has performed below average in all sincerity. So I don't think the president should just trying to maybe leave him till the end of his 4 years or no. By the time Mr. President finishes 4 years or no, the Ministry of Works and road, that is Mr. David Umahi is at the end, will have done, performed poorly. He's not performing at all. Everywhere it's the same story. Lagos Abeokuta Express Road, come there. The only that Shagamu, Lagos Ibadan Express Road has been fixed, have been properly put into, good use by the past administration. But other roads is still calling for attention. They should declare a state of emergency major, on our major roads. State of emergency, our roads are death traps. That is why it's giving way or giving room to insecurity, kidnapping. People have been kidnapped based on bad portions of our road. You cannot even move at night. Ordinarily, the roads are not safe because of bad portion. And they are now giving attention to that coastal road that ordinarily is to fester their own economic interests. I don't know. I don't want to mention them. Their plan about that coastal road, for certain, individuals to move their goods and services, from Lagos to Calabar. It's not doing anything to us. Currently, it's not having any immediate, economic impact. But let us fix our, inner roads, the roads within our interstate, so that people can be moving freely. Look at the high cost of foodstuff, and this cost of foodstuff, the increment in cost of foodstuff and all other commodities is, can be said to because of bad roads. Transports are very high. Motorists are charging high. You get it now because of bad roads, state of the road. Please let us use this medium to appeal to Mr. President to look holistically, to that sector. It's a very, very, important sector of the economy. If our roads are good, cost of, commodities and farm produce will definitely, be reduced, and it will serve Nigerians better, and people will go about their daily activities without any fear, of being, kidnapped or being, put on at the risk of their, traveling expense. So we have to look at some of these things. Let Mr. President come out, because people are crying. The state of our roads, it hasn't been bad as this. It hasn't been bad. Even during the days of General Muhammadu Buhari, of blessed memory.
All right, comrade. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your analysis. We just have to cut in there because we have a lot we want to talk about. Thank you so very much. But that well understood, like you stated, is as though for your own opinion, for your opinion and analysis, you say it's as though the minister is not doing his work or doesn't know the definition of the work he's supposed to be doing as the Minister of Works. Well understood. Thank you so much for that. Moving on, I think it's a call to the Minister of Works to understand that that road needs to be attended to, and that is the reason why we brought it up here to discuss about it, so he could, understand that this is very important and this is what is causing. And like Femi Chacha also said, it's going to affect the productivity of of a lot of people, of businesses. And you know what it means? It means that if our production is low, it means more consumption, and of course inflation of prices, inflation of food, inflation of almost everything. So that needs to be attended to. Well, the next story we'll be taking gratitude towards the next story we have for today.
Okay, so following the next story, I just want to conclude what Mr. Femi said. Aside the fact that the federal government has put cameras to curb vandalism, I feel like they should create a mechanism to curb this vandalism. Look for the route where this scrap or these metals are being sold to make sure everything doesn't repeat itself and the proper punishment is given to those people.